family, friends, faculty, administration, and most especially, the class of 2020. Walking into California Area High School was intimidating, considering that I came from a grade size of 12 and a K-8 Catholic school size of less than 100. It was quite a step into public school. Nevertheless, I was less overwhelmed when the class of 2020 had opened in welcoming arms. Since the beginning of this pandemic, I've wanted to say thank you. Thank you, California Area High School, for giving me the public school experience. From sporting events and field trips to dances and spirit weeks, thank you for providing such fun for all students to enjoy. Thank you to teachers for educating us. You've prepared us for not only college, but also the real world. Each of you impact your students, and you certainly have impacted me. For the teachers that I have had, it was an absolute honor to be your student. Although I did not get to experience classes with all the teachers, each of you complete the faculty. A very special thank you to every family member and friend that has supported me and the class of 2020 through our journey. Thank you for coming to our games, dance pictures, banquets, and all of our activities. You've stood by us from the very beginning, and thank you is not enough. It means the world that you can still join us in our little celebration of graduating. Thank you to everyone for the support for our class. The pandemic has disappointed all of us, but you are still trying to make the end special. For the class of 2020, I know that this was a very unexpected and truly heartbreaking experience. After years of waiting for high school graduation, we face a crisis that took it away. Everyone tries to be positive, saying, "You will be in history textbooks." Let me try to be positive in my own way. As much as it hurts now, we will move past this, and life will, hopefully, slowly return to what we remember as normal. We will embark on our own adventure, on a new path. Stepping into the real world is terrifying, but we are not alone. We will meet new people and have our family as our support system. Wherever we go and wherever we end, I have no doubt that each of you will make an impact on our developing world, big and or small. My best of wishes go out to all of you, for I want to see each of you shine. I say my goodbye with one last message. Be yourself and do not be afraid. Do not let anyone or anything falsely define you. You are better. We are better. Congratulations to all of you. Let us go and begin our new chapter. Thank you.
I am honored to deliver this commencement address. First, there are some people I need to thank. I want to say thank you to our class sponsors, Mrs. Raposky and Mr. Webb, for doing their best to arrange our events throughout this year. Things didn't go as planned, but they did a great job. Thank you to the administration and the maintenance staff for putting together our ceremony. Thank you to all of the fantastic teachers in the district who have helped us make it to graduation. Thank you to our parents and family members for all of their support throughout the years and for not wringing our necks when we suffered our 19th nervous breakdown during these last few weeks. Finally, thank you to the class of 2020 for all of the memories made over the past 13 years. In times like these, it's difficult not to dwell on the negative, due not only to the pandemic, but to the anger and divisiveness that currently permeate our society. But recently I saw a story on the news about a Pittsburgh-based clothing company called Steel City, who had to close, at least temporarily, due to COVID-19. As they closed, they put a sign in the window of their store which read, "Tough times didn't break us, they made us." As I sat down to write this speech, I thought about that sign and the enormous challenge facing my generation, as we will ultimately be charged with leading our nation through these difficult times. I hope that we will not let tough times break us. I hope that we will meet this challenge with newfound strength, courage, and determination. But I also hope that we learn and lead with compassion, tolerance, empathy, and a commitment to better ourselves, our community, our country, and our world. I hope we learn forgiveness and compromise, and the ability to work hand in hand with people whose beliefs are totally opposite our own. I firmly believe that change begins at home. We need to be the change that we wish to see. As F. Scott Fitzgerald said, "For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. I have a lot of hopes for the class of 2020, and I have faith that each individual in this class has the potential to be a part of the solution that the world so desperately needs. To the class of 2020, be fearless, be kind, stand out, speak your truth, be the change. Thank you.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, faculty, staff members, administration, and fellow graduates. It is an incredible honor to speak on behalf of the graduating class. We are graduating amidst a global pandemic, and I'm appreciative that we were able to come together at a reasonable distance, of course, and remain positive through such trying times. I would like to thank the school board, the administration, and the senior class officers for going above and beyond and allowing us to properly honor our class. I would like to acknowledge and extend thanks to my family, friends, and teachers for getting me here. If not for your constant support and reassurance, I genuinely do not know where I would be today. Thank you for always making sure I was on track and encouraging me to do the right thing. You have taught me to be a hardworking individual, and I cannot appreciate that enough. I am where I am today because of you. To my classmates, I sincerely hope you are all proud of yourselves today. The transition from our familiar academic routine to online education was frustrating to say the least, but we made it. Countless people have told me that they cannot recall their graduation ceremonies, but this will be one to remember. The class of 2020 will be remembered as a class that was stripped of the closing months of their senior year, but persevered nevertheless. Dolly Parton once said, "If you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain." It has been amazing being able to watch you discover yourselves and what you're passionate about. I know you will all go on to achieve extraordinary things in the future. Thank you all for making the last 13 years of my life the most memorable thus far. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and I wish nothing but the best for you and your futures.
My fellow friends, classmates, teammates, and the members of the graduating class of 2020. How could I put 13 years of memories, friendships, knowledge gained, and lessons learned into a 500-word speech? Let me start by saying that every sacrifice has an award. This year, we walked through the front doors on the first day of school, thinking this was going to be our year to celebrate. Although we did celebrate all throughout this year, we sacrificed our grand finale. Sacrifice is the word to keep in mind. As a whole, the graduating class of 2020 sacrificed their celebrations and their final high school experiences for the well-being of others. I like to think that good or bad, everything happens for a reason. Sometimes things out of our control happen to make a better lasting impact. If the impact of our sacrifice makes us a more generous, caring, and understanding generation, then it was worth missing out on a lot of things. Although we have all been physically isolated, it is like we have been coming together like we never have before. For the first time, we were all able to relate to each other, feel for each other, and care for each other, as we were all experiencing the same thing. Our unique situation has made us tune into our inner creativity. Throughout these past few months, we have seen new creative ideas to honor us seniors, such as adopt a senior page, free donuts, dashing each other's doorsteps, car parades, Zoom meetings, yard signs, light-up nights, and so on. We thought we were bringing in a new tradition to Calfornia High School when we painted our parking spots this year. Little did we know the amount of our new traditions would be endless. As I look back on my 4 years of high school and 13 years total of grade school, all I can do is just thank each one of you for giving me the best experience of my life. The bittersweet memories can live on forever, but it is time we follow our own paths to reach our own goals. We will go down in history as being one of the strongest, wisest, and most powerful classes because we persevere, we accept, we sacrifice, and we never give up. I am proud of you, and I am proud of us. Class of 2020, I will leave you with this. We have seen how just one thing can impact our entire world. It is your turn now to be that one thing that impacts our entire world. Thank you, and good luck with all you do.
Friends, family, faculty, and classmates, we did it. After 13 years of hard work, we were able to achieve the thing that seemed impossible, graduating. It feels as though it was yesterday that we were in middle school playing Foursquare or Jackpot on the playground. We were in elementary school participating in Fun Day, and then we just blinked and became seniors. Over the past 13 years, we won games and championships, put on musicals, concerts, and marching band performances, completed schoolwork and tests, and gained new faces along the way. And we did it together. While the ending did not look as picture perfect as we thought it would, we still did it, together. From what has happened over the past 3 months, we will take what we have learned and we will implement it into our future lives as leaders in our careers and communities. During the past 3 months, the class of 2020 learned how to persevere. We continued our schoolwork and learning. Us seniors did this even though it was difficult along the way. We faced distractions, slow internet service, and in some cases, teaching ourselves some of the material. The class of 2020 persevered to receive our diplomas. We will do the same in our futures. We will persevere to complete a task, work with a hot-headed colleague, and work through adversity we face along the way. The class of 2020 learned what the true meaning of service is, always helping people when they are in need. People always have needed help. But during this pandemic, they have needed it more than ever. Whether it be helping friends with schoolwork, making masks, raising money or food for a good cause, or even just talking to someone who needs company, the class of 2020 has always been helping their community. We will take this true meaning of service with us in the future, and we will always lend a helping hand. While there are countless number of things the class of 2020 has learned through this pandemic, the last one I will talk about is that we learn to live life to the fullest. You never know when it is your last day on earth. We learned that we need to treat each other with kindness and to live each day like it is our last, and hopefully we will continue to do so for the rest of our lives. The class of 2020 is going to take these lessons they learned during this pandemic into their future lives. We keep being told that the class of 2020 will go down in history as the pandemic class. But let us make history for other reasons. Our futures are bright. Let us become the future business, union, and political leaders. Let's start a revolution. A wise man said, decisions are made by those who show up. Class of 2020, let's keep showing up, and let's keep fighting to make our own history.